I've gone to auditions para novelas en estos canales latinos que, como dije, tampoco es que tenemos tantos.
No, exactly.
We have like 2. They've told me, mira mami, tú eres muy buena y todo, nos gusta tu personalidad, tu todo, pero estamos buscando a alguien que sea un poquito más latina, como un poquito. So then here comes the part where I'm like,
Latina?
Because el prototipo de la mujer latina, with all due respect, es una mujer como tú, como Jennifer Lopez, como Salma Hayek, whatever it is, it doesn't look like me.
I have to agree with you.
Hemos evolucionado mucho. We have grown very much. Really? Have we?
So I come across this video of Amara La Negra. Now, if you know anything about Amara La Negra, some of you probably was introduced to her on the Love and Hip Hop series. You know, she's Afro Latina. And, you know, she's always spoke out about the basically anti-black racism that's in Latin America. And the reason why we want to get into that is because people immigrate over here. And when they immigrate over here, remember I told you, they don't leave their culture at the airport. They bring that same culture with them, right? That culture enters this country, and then they try to mesh their culture in the midst of everything that we got going on here. And America is a country that's very, I would say, abnormal to the rest of the world. What I mean by that, most countries on the planet have not took a bunch of people from all these different places, different cultures, different mindsets, different religions, and threw them all in one place to live, and then try to, you know, keep that in harmony. Most places aren't built like that. So when immigrants come over to this country, they bring their mindset and what comes along with them. And if you know anything about Latin America and the mindsets over there is still very colonial. You understand? A lot of them were, in my opinion, way more messed off than even we were, right? Now, I want you to hear what Amara has to say about what she was told about, you know, getting with a black person. I want you to hear that real quick, and let's get into that.
I was told also, you know, for being black, you're very pretty, so don't mess it up by being with a black person. Look at your features, da-da-da-da, don't mess that up. And I was told so many things out of ignorance. It literally took, like, high school for me to actually bother to take time to educate myself and understand that it was just that generational ignorance that was passed down from one generation to the other, that it just came out of a place of ignorance. That's what you were taught. And you're passing it down to me. You're telling me that, then you're basically telling me that my black is not beautiful.
Let me build on what Amara just said. There was a video that I covered, I think maybe a year or two ago, and it was out of Latin. I think it was Brazil or Dominican Republic. I think Dominican Republic though. And the daughter had a little granddaughter, and she brought a doll, right? So the grandma, black, I mean darker than me black, wanted her to play with the white doll, but the mom wanted her to play with the black doll. And the grandma kept pushing the black doll away and giving her the white doll. And she was very serious about this, right? And, you know, you listen to what Amara has to say, you got to think about even what happened in places like Brazil, or what basically they wanted to whiten the race. So they would, you know, get with a white person and have a child and get that child to get with a white person so they can basically breed the black out, and they be so excited to see the black bred out. And when you have people that have a self-hate mindset, because that's self-hate, you want to be another group of people. You value the people that enslaved you. You value the people that beat you down, that stole from you, that had you at the bottom of ships.
Yeah, I think I'd be playing when I say that ignorance is so rampant in Latin America. Listen, so I just taught a daycare for my son, right? And I noticed in the front of the building it says "Se habla español," like they speak Spanish, they're bilingual. And I would love for my son to go to a bilingual daycare. So I go and I tour the daycare, and I noticed that all the staff are Latina. So I asked the staff member if they speak to the kids in Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, we talk to them in Spanish as well as English. And she was like, why would you want your child to learn Spanish? And I was like, yeah, I would love that. My child's Latino. And then she was like, oh, okay, your child's father is like Latino? Look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. Afro Latino, the best of both worlds. I was like, yes, my child's father is Latino, but I'm also Latino. I was like, I'm Honduran. And then she was like, oh, wow. Once again, mira la camisa. Like, why is that a wow? It's literally, I'm wearing it on my chest, and it's still a shock. It's still a shock.
The crazy thing about being black, Latina, and Honduran is that when I say that I'm black, people don't think I'm Latina. When I say I'm Latina, they ask me to speak Spanish. And when I say I'm Honduran, they have no idea what Honduras is. And those are my daily struggles.
My part wasn't written for a woman, much less a Latina woman. It was written for a 60-year-old white man. And the good people at USA, Chris McCumber, Bonnie Hammer, at Hypnotic, Dave Bartis, Gene Klein, Aaron Korsh, decided that there is a 60-year-old white man that lives inside me who could pull this off. And so for 7 seasons, I have been honored to color him up, put him in high heels, give him a little sabor. And here I am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We were having issues. They hired people for hair and makeup that really weren't up to the task for handling such a diverse cast. Mm-hmm. And I just remember having that conversation. Well, and a couple of my other cast members, because I was an executive producer on that show, and it had come to me directly that this was happening and that was happening, and I was just like, okay. Called the other producer and I said, this can't happen. Not on this show. Not on this show. It's unacceptable. Well, no, I've been doing this too long to subject and have been in situations where I had no say, but now I'm in a place of power where I do have a say, and I will not subject my people to somebody practicing on them when they have to be on camera. That's not fair and that's not right. And so we brought in the right people, and everyone was happy. So
ladies and gentlemen, I'm trusting that you're all doing well today and you are welcome to the channel. So guys, probably I know there's a lot of videos I've done concerning how Black people, especially in the entertainment industry, are being discriminated. But have you ever had a chance to look at it? What about the Afro Latino people? The Afro Latino people, I'm going to be talking about Gina Torres, and I'm going to be talking about Lamara La Negra. Yes, very beautiful women, very beautiful people. So the first time I encountered Amara La Negra, if I'm saying it right, is on the Love and Hip Hop. Is it like Love and Hip Hop? And she actually shown how discriminative the industry was, and on this particular video she's even speaking that some people advised her if she wanted her career to go far, she shouldn't get married to a Black person. And also finding like the record labels, to accommodate her, things like those. If you watch the series, you'll realize that they were even asking her to take down her hair, like to shave, because they thought that kind of afro wasn't like really beautiful on her. So there are like some beauty standards that once you are an Afro Latina person, you're supposed to be meeting in the industry. And this is just the same thing that also the Black people have been going through too. And if you know Gina Torres, she's actually one of the most amazing actress that I've come across. I first met her on several movies actually, and she's speaking about the struggles even when it comes to like makeup, when it comes to people understanding that she needs this particular stuff or rather particular hairstyle that is gonna suit her. And she also expresses challenges that she faced, especially when she's going for a cast. She go for a cast, and then yes, the casting needs like a Latina person, and then people would be looking at her like, we know that you are, but you need to look like a certain way, you need to look like J-Lo, you need to have like a very fair skin for you to be able to be accommodated in that particular industry. So currently we've also had like a lot going on, especially with the Asian communities and the Black communities. That is a video that I did actually earlier. You can just scroll through my channel and you'll be able to see that now it's becoming to my realization, how are the Afro Latina coping with all this situation? The Asian community daring the Black communities to boycott their businesses and all that. But today we're not focusing on that. Today we're focusing on the struggle of the Afro Latino people, especially in the industry. Not only in the industry, also there's a lady here on this content who is also speaking about the struggle she underwent when she was actually trying to admit her son in school. So basically, like, it's something that people are not really used to, and most people are asking themselves like, how did maybe a country like Colombia, country, the Hispanic countries, the the Asian countries, you know. Like, so now people are asking themselves, how did black people find themselves there? No, we all know about what slavery did to the black people, and a lot of people like migrated from various parts of the world, and that is now how the black community was born. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think about this particular channel. If you've had maybe some struggle into, you know, just an African Latino, I would love to know your experience. I would love to know if you've come across somebody who has experienced the same, or maybe if you live in a community that there are such people. I would like to know your experience. Please comment down below. Until next time, and remember, my name is Yvonne.